Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of Messages of Love from Above. I'm excited to see what they have for us today. So, welcome. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world on this beautiful day. Snow on the ground, blue skies, sunny, sunny, as you can see. And I just want to, if you want to join me in sending love out to the world, I would definitely invite that. So I'm going to take a deep breath and just come back to this moment. And sit in the beautiful presence, knowing that we are unconditionally loved, that we are made of unconditional love. And allow that love to come down and fill our hearts, fill us up, and go out to the world. Excuse me. And if you are in need of love right now for your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, we also send love to you right now. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Maybe I need some of that, right? This is the Monday. This is the morning sessions. I don't talk a whole lot in the morning, and I sing and I read cards and do different things. But it seems like when I start, it still clears the pipe. So I apologize. But what a wonderful weekend coming up here. Hopefully, everyone is having a wonderful night wherever you're at in the world. Just a couple quick things. The drawing for the 10 free 1 hour personal readings, it closes tomorrow night at midnight, my time. So if you haven't taken a look at that yet, here's the video on how you can enter to possibly be one of the winners. So I'm excited for that drawing. And it's not too late to sign up for the weekly 30-minute free personal reading. Let me just grab this playlist real quick here too without spilling my coffee here. All right. And that drawing has to do with the weekly energy updates. And so if you watched last week's, or if you still have time to watch the videos dated November 13th, because it goes from November 13th through tomorrow. So they're still good, still information for you. If you watch those and then comment on one of the videos, there are 12, one for each zodiac sign, then you'll be entered for the drawing. If you watch more than one and comment on more than one, then those each are a separate entry into the drawing. So, two drawings coming up, and I'm excited to offer those. And then also, December readings are out. So, if you haven't seen those yet, here's the playlist for all the zodiac signs for December. Some great readings. I really loved how these came through. And I think that's the main things I want to talk about right now. I don't want to spend too much time on those. I'm excited to get into the readings today and see what Spirit has for us all. So let me do the popping out the chat here so I can see it better and shrink down this screen. All right. So let's get started. And thank you guys so much for being here. I so appreciate all your love and all your support and how you guys support one another in the chat too. I just feel like we're one big soul family. We all are, of course, the entire world is. I feel like we're A special little soul family, of course. All right, so let's get started and see what spirit has for you. Shika, you will be up first, and then Manzu Basal, you'll be after that. So, Shika, you want to know the current feelings of Jay towards you, and next actions. So let's take a look here. What is going on with Jay here? Okay, all right. So these two will be current feelings, and the other two are the next actions. All right. So you do have both the Strength card and the Five of Swords. So the current feelings, there is this uh, kind of conflict around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that's going on right now. So I feel like Jay is someone who gets into his head a lot, about the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos. And I feel like both inward and outward, there's some conflict in expectations. And I don't feel this is with you. I feel this is with someone else, right? So I feel like there's just this conflict that's going on, and it's got him distracted with that. The strength card is popping in here, and the strength card really is about um, it means a variety of things, but I feel like with the combination of here and the energy I'm picking up is that they're like gathering the courage within them to stand up and to really uh, in almost a brave way. I kind of feel like whoever they're at odds with, that it's someone that they've never spoken up against, like let's say it's like a parent or something like that, right? Where we've always obeyed, we've always respected, and that, but now I feel like they're getting up the courage to respectfully, you know, um, go with this, whatever this belief and these expectations are. So I feel like there's some of that going on right now that's distracting him. And whenever I see that, it's like feelings are on the back burner because there's no cups there. It's all in his mind. And so, very much when we go into our mind, a lot of times, especially the masculine side of us, and we all have divine masculine, divine feminine, when we go into task mode, a lot of times emotions are turned off as we put all the energy on heading into thought and planning and kind of things. So I feel like it's kind of like on a pause. I don't feel like there's anything that's yeah anything that's been stopped because the next actions are perfect here. You've got the Empress card, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but it is about new beginnings, new birth, new things happening. And the Two of Cups are here too, which the Two of Cups is about love and, um, you know, uh, coupling. So definitely, I almost feel like that they are standing up for what they want and they want to move forward. Um, I kind of feel like with you, but the parents or dad, I kind of feel like some reason I feel like it's dad, is like, I've got plans for you, and da 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 da. And he's like, well, but this is what I want, and he's trying to get the courage up to really go want, and because he doesn't want to disappoint or disrespect what's going on right now, Shika. So we'll see what happens here once the button gets going again. But I'm feeling like he's like gathering up courage to present that. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Shika. Right, Manzu Busal, you are up next, and then Kritika, you will be up after that. So Manzu, how will your life be after marriage? Will you get divorced? Will you go to a foreign country? Sure, let's take a look here. And thank you for all the likes and the subscribes and everyone that's already liked this video. It helps out so much to help spread the love, the Zen love to the world. And so I appreciate you guys being a part of that. So thank you, thank you. It's like a little thing, but the YouTube algorithm loves the likes. It just makes it want to share share videos with other people as well. So thank you. All right. So Manzu, let's take a look here. Let's see what we have. What is your life after marriage going to be like? What are they willing to share here? Okay. All right. So I do like this for you. Um, I'll put these both up here together because if I just did this one by itself, it's like, oh my God, what? But I like this because you have both the 10 of Cups, which is about, of course, overflowing joy and emotional fulfillment. So you've got that coming in. And then you have the 10 of Wands, which can be like there's a lot of effort that's put into something. Um, but it also is about harvest. See how from the ending of things in life that it actually grew into something so big and so beautiful and so fruitful. And so there is this um, joy and this abundant feeling with these tens are just wow, just fulfillment. And then you also have the 9 of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment here too. So this is like one of the wish fulfillment cards, and this is all the emotions. So you have both the 9 and the 10, which represents you filling up with this love and this joy and this beautiful emotions and overflowing, and it flows out into your world too. So beautiful, beautiful cards. Excuse me. Let me just take a drink here. So sorry. Because you also have the King of Coins, which is safety and abundance in the outside world. And you also learn through all of this, especially with the 9 of Cups and the King of Coins, you learn a lot about finding inner fulfillment through the marriage too. Because the 9 of Cups, nines are like the hermit's journey. And as you're inside, turning inward, you find this beautiful love from inside. And the King of Pentacles also learned through his journey that he's like, when he looked to the outside world for their fulfillment, it felt very unstable. And because, relationships and situations and things, all those things in the outside world are unstable. We always talk about it here on this channel several times. It comes up during readings because that's the whole journey of the human that we are. We come down here to experience what it feels like to be disappointed in the outside world. People change or pass away, the humans do. Situations never stay the same, like jobs, education. Things break down, deteriorate, explode, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, and they eventually turn inward and upward to find the love from within. And that's what the 9 of Cups is too. Finding the love from within, we become a chalice. That love from above, that unconditional love fills us up and then it overflows. And then everything in the world seems like abundance and above and beyond because it is. We feel the wholeness within ourselves. And rather than when looking at what people do is not meeting up to expectations and there's all this disappointment, all the expectations go away because we free ourselves by unconditional love, and then we free everyone. Everyone gets freed when we free ourselves. When we have ourselves under a long list of rules of lovability and acceptability and blah, 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 then by golly, we police that and we make sure everyone else is going to do it too, right? So we are free. And then anything anyone does is above and beyond because we have zero expectations on them. So you have this beautiful unfolding of all this. I don't feel divorce at all in here. And foreign country, though, guys might travel because the 3 of Wands is about a change of direction, a change of path, a going in a different direction. So I feel like that you guys might go to a foreign country and you might take a detour to go in a different place than you guys had planned. So I do like that for you, Manzu. So many blessings to you. Let me just do a moment. Okay. Thank you. I just needed to clear out my pipes a little more. Get rid of that frog that just did not want to go away, but it has leaped. So there we go. So Kritika, you are up, and then Rishi, you are up after that. So Kritika, you want to know what is the universe planning for your love life? Just a general love reading. And when will Anabesh confess his true feelings? A message from Anabesh to me. Okay, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. So for Kritika, what would you like to know about love and Anavesh? All right, let's see what we have here. So right now, Spirit is giving you the go hermit mode. The hermit here, card number 9, is about turning inward and focusing on your higher self and your spirituality to guide you on your path. So I kind of feel like when we get cards like this in a love reading, it is about you have a pause on love because spirit is wanting you to turn inward to change the vibrational energy that you have to so that when they turn back on life and your love life and it starts speeding up, that you will be a vibrational match for what is next regarding love. And it's like, okay, well, I'll turn inward, but what do they want me to look at? Well, they give us that with the 6 of coins, the 6 of pentacles. And the 6 of pentacles is my codependency awareness card. So it basically shows that spirit wants you to look at your inner belief about how much you have to give before you feel worthy of receiving. And this goes back to childhood. Usually our emotional development is under 7 years old, back into the womb, about what we'd have to do to get attention. Usually it's extreme things in a busy world for our parents to pay attention to us, for our teachers, for our coaches, for friends, family, whatever it be, grandparents. They have to do these extreme things. And so you develop this bartering system of I have to give 100 of something to get one back. And it carries out into relationships, it carries out into schooling, life. Like you just notice everywhere, like you have to overgive to your friends. No, 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 I'll do that. No, 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 let me. No, no, I don't need that. And so there's these beliefs around how much you have to give that they want you to look into and really look at. And you also have the King of Cups, which the King of Cups offers the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is the Holy Grail, which we just talked about, where we become these chalices and we connect to the unconditional love from above. The King of Cups is also about understanding our emotions. They rule over emotion because they're the king of the cups. And so it's about being able to balance our emotions, understand our emotions, choose and control our emotions. And they also are given air. So it's the balancing of mind and heart as well. So this inner journey for you, they're like, all love is on pause. The example they gave me last, it's like watching a movie and you can put it like on name where it's like, oh my god, this is so slow, and it's like, yeah, they slowed it down so you have time to look in here, so you can raise your vibration, so you draw to you magnetize yourself to draw. And if you don't, then you get what you always got. And so because we're still at that same vibration, we're just drawing in these other things that match our vibration. So they're wanting you to look at what's going on in your heart to change that vibration, to draw that in. So right now you're on pause with love, and that's what they would recommend for you doing, so that the more fast and the more depth that we look in here, the faster the movie starts speeding up. So it's all in your hands, Kritika. Isn't that awesome? But that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. So Rishi, you are up, and then Shay, you will be up after that. So a general reading, excellent. And I'm being drawn over here to the actually they reverted me. I was going "Rook," and then they went over here to these wild offering oracle. And this is why I know this is a special entity for you as well. I know I have a little wooden one that was gifted to me, which I love. The remover of obstacles. Let's take a look here and see what they have for you. All right. So this is your card here. It says service, butterflies or moths on there. And it says you stop using the universe to try to get what you want, and you start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. Wow, I love that. I feel like this is a point in your life where you are your life is in transition. It's like all this awareness is coming, and it's like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? What does my heart want to do? And it's wanting to be of service in some way. It's wanting to offer itself, whereas before, and it's all how we are, when we're if you imagine like us all as little 2-year-old children that are um, trapped somewhere in mud, and we're stuck and we can't get out, and we see this very willing and capable, huge person come along, and we're like, help me, help me, help me. We look to them for assistance to help get us out of the mud, out of the muck. And then when we do, as they're holding us in their arms, and we see that we're safe, and then we start to look at who they are, and we like fall in love with in this deep way of like, wow, because we see them for who they are, we see the compassion, we feel their energy, and then we want to help them rescue other people. Or what would you like me to do? How can I help you? And I feel like that's the transformation that you've been going through, is you're really looking into the eyes of the universe, the creator, whatever you believe your the higher source is, and you're just like in awe, and your heart is just longing to be of service in some way. So I really like that. Continue to seek your heart and see how you uniquely want to share your love with the world, because that's what creator wants of us. We all come down here with this beautiful desire, this beautiful unique way, not to regurgitate or duplicate, everyone else, but how we have a unique way in which we can touch the world and spread love to the world. So that's what I feel Spirit is encouraging you to do. Um, Recognize that longing of your heart, and how do you want to do that? So beautiful. I love that for you. So many blessings, my friend. All right. Shay, you are up, and then Jazz, you'll be up after that. So, Shay, will David communicate with you this weekend? What's his current feelings towards you? Let's take a look here. All right. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? All right. Um, with these cards here, let me see if I can show you these all at once. We'll see how talented I'm not today. Here we go. Let's see if I can see it. I'll peek out under here and see. So you can kind of see it. You got the Three of Cups here, which the Three of Cups, I'll just do it individually, it'll be easier. So the Three of Cups does talk about, like, it's a variety of things, but when we're talking about relationships, it comes through as the third party, right? So there's three people involved, and there is this Page of Cups, which is about new love, new emotion that's come in. Look at them snaring the rabbit. And then the Three of Wands, which the Three of Wands is about a change of direction in life. It's about altering course with new information. So, I really feel like if they do communicate with you, it's about them backing off, And I love how spirit lets us know that when, like, if we don't lose jobs, people don't leave us, they're removed out of our path, they're removed out of the way so that we can move in a direction that's more in alignment with who we are to become and what is more in alignment for us. So when people get moved and when we lose job not lose jobs, but jobs lose us, uh, we they're being moved out of our path so that we can go in the direction, and we don't realize it because our little heart, it loves what it loves and it gets attached. Like when we feed a cat, the cat just will never go away. And that's what our heart does. There's this love, and it's like, oh, I want that love. I want that love. And they're like, eh, there's, that cat food they're giving you is like 10 years old, but they're giving you fresh tuna down the street. And it's like, oh, okay. Pshoo, it's for you. And we don't realize it until it gets moved out of our life, until we reach the new place. So I feel like that they are moving into a different direction, but it's for you. And so I would, you know, just try to go with the flow and know that it's happening for you. They have the Five of Swords here too, which does show conflict here of belief and mindset. And so I kind of feel like the expectations between you guys, that there's been disappointments anyway, right? And it's like, yeah, it's not an even match with what they're wanting and with what you're wanting in life and what your goals are and what you feel a relationship is and stuff. And so they are, that's why they divert you into a direction that's more in alignment, where it won't be so much conflict. It's more, aligned. So that's what they have for you right now, Shay. So sending you lots of love, many blessings. Hang in there. All right, Jazz, you are up. And then double, triple, quadruple X, you are up after that. So, Jazz, a general for today and GM's current energy towards you. All right, let's take a look here. For the general, okay, we're going to go to the Oracle of E for you. And then I'll pull a couple cards for JM's current energies for you. Thank you guys so much for all your patience as I do move down through the list. Oh no, ooh, what's this about? It's not what it appears to be. They're funny, these cards, but it's the F word, card number 30. Yeah, oh, yeah. I was like, which one is this one? Nobody likes the F word, but the dude sees forgiveness through a different pair of glasses. They know that everything is going to turn out fine in the end, and that holding on to negativity and old wounds is just postponing the inevitable. Your success is a done deal. Your bliss is going to happen. The F word is the place to start. So let it go. Forgive, forget, and follow the yellow brick road. So I like that for you. So there is some forgiveness that they're wanting you to look at over some old emotions, some old things that had happened. And even if it's towards JM, you know, it's about forgiveness is for you. It's about you releasing the wrath that comes from when someone breaks one of our rules, right? We are the judge, the jury, and the police of our expectations on people. And by golly, if you don't live up to them, I'm going to make sure I arrest you. I'm going to put you in a little prison in my mind, and I'm going to punish you. but we don't realize that it's like taking poison and going, see, this is going to hurt you. And you chug down the poison and you're like, oh, why does my stomach hurt? And it's because it only those emotions happen in here. And if we hold on to them, it only festers and impacts us. And so there is this release. And it's not about, they say forget, but we can't forget. Humans, we have these minds that are traps, and we capture all these details. We won't let, that's how we learn. We learn not to touch fire because it burns the first time up. Ow. Well, note to self, don't do that again. And that's what goes into our mind. But the emotion behind it, we release. We remember to protect ourselves and to um, learn as we go, but we can release the wrath. And I feel like that's what they are wanting for you. And then let's take a look here and see what JM's current energy is for you. What would you like Jazz to know? Okay. I feel like there was one more. Was there? Not all those. No? Okay. So JM's feelings here, he's got a lot of emotions going on here with the Seven of Cups, just emotional confusion, just so many emotions that are flooding them. And they have the Six of Swords too. There's this movement of thought and belief and expectation. They're moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, but they're leaving behind old ways of thinking about you to new ways of thinking about you. So this could be them trying to clarify their emotions towards you to move towards you or move away from you. Let me see if they'll tell me. Is this toward or away? So there's the Queen of Pentacles here, which is about new birth. And so I kind of feel like it doesn't feel like this is new birth in within your guys' relationship in a it feels like they're changing their thoughts and and I feel like they're releasing the emotions, they're releasing these things and they're moving beyond those. So I kind of feel like it's more like you forgiving and letting the wrath go so that it doesn't impact you anymore. And they're having this change of thought, like they're in some old expectations and fears. They're figuring out the emotions and moving through it, but they're having this new. The Queen of Pentacles is also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and so they're taking care of themselves, focusing on them. But I feel like they're moving more towards newness than going backwards. So that's what they have for you right now, Jazz. So many blessings to you, sending you lots of love. Hang in there. All right. Double, triple, quadruple X, you are up. And then Devansha Mishra, you are up after that. So who is constantly playing in your energy? Let's take a look here. So what would you like them to know? Yeah. So I thought this might be the case. It's the Nine of Wands. It's you. You're the only one. You're the one that holds the power, right? Um, and this is the power here, which the Lovers is about emotional choice. That we get to choose what we focus on, and we get to choose what emotion we feel as we go through things. The Nine of Wands shows like there's this block and you're not able to get through it, and you feel this energy impact. But one of these is your Ace of Wands. That is your power. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And sometimes they'll show someone actually grabbing a hold of one of them and removing it because it's our power. We get to remove it and move through things. There's beliefs out there that people can impact us and curse us and do things. but we are powerful beings, and no one can impact us unless we allow it. This example, and I love it, and I'm sorry if you guys have heard this, but I love the example because I love vampires too. But it's they showed me, spirit was like, how much power you have is you hear a knock at the door and you look through the little peephole and you see it's a vampire. Now I can just not open the door and I'm fine. I'm like, whatever, vampire. You think I'm opening the door? But maybe I'm feeling a little sassy and saucy and I open up the door because I know that they can't come in unless I invite them in this story. And they're like, invite me in. And I'm like, no, I don't want to invite you in. Now, if we're like, oh, okay, and we invite them in, then and then they're stealing our energy, right? Because we let them in. But if I'm still like, no, I'll let you in, and then they're like, okay, well, if you don't let me in, you have to give me 2 pints of your blood. And if I'm like, I do, and they're like, yeah, that's the rule. And you're like, I never heard that. And like, well, that's the rule. And they show you a piece of paper in their writing, but we believe them. And then we go take 2 pints of our blood and we give it to them. They stand there and they with a straw and take the blood. And then they're like, okay, now we need 2 more. And we're just like, what? And then we're in this habit of giving away our energy to this situation or this person, right? But we don't have to do that either. If they go, you have to give me 2 pints of blood, and you're just like, slam, that's the power we have of our energy. We don't have to give it away. And so people, like when you're saying people playing in your energy, people will have um, they can try to influence us to give them like that vampire did, but we don't have to give it. And so if we feel like there's some energy going on, there's something going on further down underneath in the subconscious around your energy and the emotional choices that are coming in. What that means is that there's something triggered, like your inner child, something that is making you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. And so if you feel your energy like take some deep breaths and go, okay, what am I fearing? And even speak to your little inner child and go, okay, little boo 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 boo. Just pick them up and hold them and go, you're safe. So what's wrong? What are you afraid of? Tell me. And communicate with your inner self, your shadow, your inner child, because they will let you know what this energy fluctuation is. And then you can question it. And then it's like you fix something on the inside going, oh, you're afraid that this person saying that or doing that means something about you. Oh, no, 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 it doesn't. And then you clarify that. You bring whatever's in there on the subconscious that's bouncing around into the conscious, and then it dissipates in the light of consciousness. So I like this for you that you're so aware of your energies. You do have the 10 of coins, which is spirit saying, with like the 10 of pentacles, you are safe, you are complete, you are guided, you are guarded, and you have all the support you need around you. It's like this is you, and this is all your spirit team all around you assisting you, right? So I really like that for you because they are wanting you to show you that you are safe, you are loved, you are secure. So I like that. But I do love your sensitivity to your energy and you're so aware of it. It's beautiful to have. So I like it. That's what they have for you right now. Double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. Right. Devansha Mishra, you are up. And Brenda, you will be up after that. Let me take a look here. Scroll up a little bit. Oh, I knew it. Went a little too far and then it went really fast down. Okay, there it is. So the current feelings of Arjun, and then what are the karmic lessons in this relationship? Okay, so let's take a look here. So what are Arjun's feelings? And what are you to learn from this? Okay, let's take a look here. Well, I think this comes up a lot for him too. The King of Swords is all about mind, mind, mind. Because not only does this king rule over the air, all the kings are given a second helping of air. So this is like double, double air, really, really in their mind. But they're looking and reviewing over their expectations, their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets, all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos. And he's very much in this, um, very much in like a thinking mode into the tasking mode. And I feel like that when they do that, their emotions are like paused. So I don't feel like there's the current feelings right now are uh, not moving. It's just like, and he's doing all this stuff on the inside. Let's see what the karmic relationship is here. Let me just double check something real quick here. Okay. Just want to make sure that sometimes I'll have friends that'll text me saying it's you're muted or something going on. So I was like, oh, okay, let me just make sure everyone can hear me and everything's going through okay. So let's take a look here and see what lessons are going on here. Yeah. And I feel like that's a mirror for you because here is the justice card, which the justice card is about balancing thought and mind and belief. So all the stuff that they're doing here, you can see here. Let me see if I can make it clearer. So the ace of swords here is this ace of swords here. And so where this is the suit, which is about, them doing this is majorly for you because the major arcana are about major changes. And so this is about you seeing things from a higher perspective, connecting to the higher realms and slicing away, cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So when you ask, like, what are the karmic lessons? What's the situation about? When we face disappointment in relationships, it's and we keep having the same type of disappointment in relationship after relationship after relationship. I know this experience. We eventually see those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets that we wanted to see about ourselves in the world that are untrue. And when we connect higher to these capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, we're able to see these fear based beliefs, the fear of losing this conditional love, and we're able to cut them away as we see the truth about things going, why do I even believe that? And you're like, oh, that movie. And this is what my parents taught me or school or my friends or, their movies or whatever it may be. We learn this stuff somewhere, these popular opinions, and we realize it is opinions and I get to change that if I want. This is what is one of the big lessons, the karmic lessons that coming in here is about you being able to let go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, those shoulds, those need tos, those have tos, those musts that come in there. And I like this for you because you are, this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It's teaching you to take care of you, and that you are the one that gets to have this new birth, this newness that comes into your life, and you feel abundant, you feel whole, you feel overflowing as you let these expectations go because you're feeling freer and freer and freer as it happens. And I really like the 7 of Wands coming in here too, because the 7 of Wands shows that you are in this higher place and that there are other people will not like that. Because if you are learning and you are growing and you're freeing yourself, the people that are still have themselves in kind of a bondage, like a jail, in their own little self prison, they're going to be like, how can you be so happy? Come back here and be miserable with the rest of us, because they feel that they're lower and they feel like you are raising above them. And no human likes that. They try to bring you back down to where they're at by attacking you, by saying things, spreading rumors, whatever it may be. We can be really little putzes when it's almost like a children in grade school, meh, 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 and it's like, okay. And I love the 7 of Wands message about, just realize that it's because they feel like you are in this higher place. So it's not personal, it's their fear and how they're looking at their own worth. So instead of us getting defensive and feeling like we have to prove ourselves or attack them back. We can instead help lift them up because we know that's why they're feeling so low, is because they're seeing themselves in a low way. And you're like, no, 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 come up here with me. You don't need to look at yourself that way. And we can lift up people if we want. But I feel like that's what's going on here right now. And Arjun's just off in his mind figuring life out. But the pause that's happening is for you to also look at your own thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and find this newness within you that is, very much a beautiful change for you in your life. Freedom comes with that. So that's what they have for you, Mishra. Many blessings to you right now. Right, to Brenda, you are up. And then Kaylee, you are up after that. Let me just take a quick drink here. Excuse me. All right. So, Brenda, what do your spirit guides have a message for you for November 22nd regarding his rituals? Okay. Let's take a look here. Actually, I want to pull from the Sacred Destiny card for you. Let's see what they say here. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I just love feeling your presence. Let's take a look here. This is it is pretty funny from your spirit guides and from everyone about all this rituals, all this stuff. What do I need to do around all this? And they're like, relax, please relax. And I feel like your husband is involved in this. Just kick back. What are you worried about? Why are you being so serious? Let's take a look here. Says on a warm, peaceful autumn night, a gentle haze softens the light of the full moon. Songs of night birds softly emerge through the dark against the backdrop of the sonorous outpouring of the frogs that line the lake's shore. The stillness allows your senses to expand. You inhale the earthly dampness in the air, hear the nuances of the night sounds, look at the muted reflections of the moon in the lake, and sense the deep quietude of the night. A full moon occurring close to the autumn equinox is called a harvest moon, and the harvest moon symbolizes that all you have worked for is coming to fruition. In other words, you can put your feet up, relax, and let go. So when you receive this card, relax. All is well. So this is your spirit guides talking to you, right? No need to strive or push to get ahead. Beneath the surface of life, everything is gently propelling you in the right direction. You can lay down your burdens and simply unwind. Slow down and allow calmness to fill you. When you relax and relinquish control, your intuition expands and you create the space for your spirit guardians to help you. Additionally, it's vastly easier to heal and have positive outcomes when you're rested and not filled with worry and a need to comes. Lie back, stretch out, and magic unfold in your life. I like that for you. So relinquish control, let go, relax. All is well. All the need tos, the have tos, the shoulds, all the stress of trying to make it, it's got to be perfect. It's got to do all this. Da 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 da. One of my friends who their husband passed, they asked me, does he like his urn that we put his ashes in? And he showed me. He was like, he joked, like it's almost like he was saying, "What urn?" and and they're like, "What?" And he was like, he doesn't care. That's not him. I Because they showed me that he was staring at his wife. He was just in awe of who she was and everything he got to feel about her and all her thoughts and all her memories and all her emotions from all her life, all the way back into the womb and all the way the future. He was just in awe, and he didn't care about any of this, the props on stage, because he knew they were just props. And I kind of feel like that's what they're showing me in my head is they don't care. They're with you. They're with their loved ones. They don't care about all the other stuff. That's for us. That's for us to feel better. That's for us to check things off on a list and to feel like we did something. But all they care is that you love, that you just fill up and know you are loved, that you're loved by them, that you're loved you yourself, and that you let that love flow out to the world. That's all they care. And so let love be your guide, but relax, he says. So I like that. So many blessings for you, Verinda. You hang in there. All right, Kaylee, you are up. And then VD, you'll be up after that. So, Kaylee, hey, hey, what do your spirit guides need you to know? I am having a wonderful day. My if I you didn't catch yesterday's lives, my host is out of the hospital. She came home on Thursday. So she's feeling so much better and just back to life. And she's just very, very happy. So thank you guys for all your prayers and for all of the energy that you sent to her as well. So let's take a look here, Kaylee. What does Spirit need you to know here? All right. So you've got some emotional movement going on here, which I really like for you. Because you have the Knight of Cups, which, knights are always questing. And this knight asks for the Holy Grail in their hand here, which is full of the unconditional love of the higher realms. And so it's like you are on this pursuit and you're very intent on finding this deeper, deeper love. And this is great because you have the Six of Cups here, which they're bringing two messages in for you, because normally this either means someone from your past is coming back into your life. It doesn't need to be an ex, but it's a someone in your life from the past that you haven't seen in a while is making their presence known. And this also is about transforming some old emotions too, because it's nostalgia, some old emotional memories. So it could be that this person sparks those and brings them up from beneath on purpose for you to be able to transition and transform these. Because when you are grasping this beautiful awareness that every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, the upper realm love or the human love, right? That when you realize there's two, then you're able to look back at old memories and old situations and go, okay, was that of unconditional love? Heck no. Okay, then it was fear of losing conditional love. And so everyone that was involved in the situation was acting out of their cat mind if they were in fear, which a cat either hisses and attacks or hisses and runs, right? And so as you go back and look at this memory that's sparked, and these emotions that are sparked, you can look at it differently now because you're not who you were. Have so much more knowledge around higher love and higher things. And so when you look at it, you can see that, okay, when that person said that or did that, that was the cat mind speaking. All right, they were feeling out of control, they were feeling unsafe, and they were just trying to feel safe and get back in control. And that's usually when we're acting out of our cat mind, we're out of our minds, our human mind. We're not making intelligent choices. We're not making choices. We're just making choices that whatever this animal feels it needs to do to get back in control. Well, anyone that was in fear in this situation is feeling that way. And so they were, and probably if we were in fear, we were acting like cats too, out of our minds. And maybe there was a cat fight, or maybe they were hissing and we took off hissing and ran because we were scared, right? But then we had stories we put around it, right? We had emotions we chose to feel as we went through it. So there's these mindsets and these uh, rules that we created around our life to protect ourselves that maybe don't need to be there anymore. So there's this beautiful awareness that's coming up right now of some old emotions that are being still maintained down underneath, still impacting your life. It's like a program that you have running on your computer that you minimized, it's still impacting you. You're just not aware of it, right? And so this something maximizes it and brings it back into your face, whatever this contact or even someone being mentioned in a conversation. Maybe it's around the holiday tables, but whatever happens, it's like, oh, I get to release this now and get that energy back. Because you also have the King of Swords here, which is about getting into your mind and using this beautiful Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those that are, um, of course, rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to cut away these old thoughts and these old beliefs that had been created before. So I love how they have it's a phoenix here rising from the ashes, right? Transformation of the thought and the beliefs, and uh, the emotions there. So I feel that's what they are wanting you to be aware of. So if it hasn't come to fruition yet, where these memories are coming up, just it's like a heads up, especially when we have here in the United States, Thanksgiving coming up. Um, there's a lot of parties and gatherings and get-togethers. It could, you know, an old memory of someone talking about something triggers a different memory. You never know. But I feel like this is what's coming up for you and what they want you to know, Kaylee. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. VD, you are up. And then Jessica Sample, you're up after that. So, VD, a message that you need to hear regarding your career. Let's take a look here. Take a quick drink here. All right. Let's see what we got here. So for your career, they have the Hermit card, kind of stepping back and really looking at what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to head, because you do have both the Page of Wands and the Five of Wands. The Page of Wands is about taking your power in your hand and new, it's newness, it's new drive, new ambition, new passion. And I feel like there's this altering, this changing of energy about what you're wanting, because especially with that Ace of Wands, you have the Five of Wands, which starts off looking like struggle and competition and people trying to beat each other, to achieve something. I'm going to do it first. No, I am. There's this change that happens in here, and they're having you take a step back to really be able to look inward and find out what is it that I really want to do. And it's like there's this uh, change of the energy, like of doing something out of fear, and like in this example, it looks like everyone they're battling and they are wanting to fight, and you find out later these are all five buddies who are actually just helping each other improve their skills. So you see how that energy changes from and fear and fighting and fleeing to love and to caring. And I feel like there's this change of energy, because I feel like whatever the career that you feel pressure in doing and pursuing, it's all this outside pressure. And so that's why they're having you turn inward to find out what makes your heart sing, what's going to feel like love and joy and helping, rather than competition. And I've got to, beat other people out of this to get here. And I have to get here. Or what does it mean about me? The Hermit card is turning you inward to see what it is you truly want to do. Like, how do you uniquely want to share your love with the world? So I really like that, because it's like, um, if we're living someone else's dream, we wake up in the morning going, oh God, I got to go live my dream today, right? But when you're living your dream, you wake up early, you like hour before the alarm clock, and you're like, oh, okay, I can't wait to get started today. And that's the difference of what they want for you and what the spirit is kind of guiding you for. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, VD. Many, many blessings to you. All right, Jessica, you are up, and then San Nidi, you will be up after that. So, hello, hello, Jessica. And what are your blockages right now? Let's take a look. So sorry. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about blockages. All right. Let's see what this is going on here. Okay. So you do have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, they're in pursuit of higher truth. They're after this Ace of Swords that helps them connect to higher truths, capital T truths, that allow them to cut away old expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So this obviously, these are what are blocking you. And in relation to what? It's in relation to emotion, is what they're showing me so far here, with the Four of Wands being marriage, and the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve. And this is you walking away from these old emotions that you experienced around marriage, around those expectations, right? Because we have all the expectations as well. So, this is you walking away to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. And so this is why there's this block, because there are these well formed thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationship and marriage, and how that uh, what it means. Who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How's it supposed to unfold? What is it supposed to be like afterwards? How is the whole process supposed to be? There's like really this very finely defined rules around it all. And that's what they've been wanting you to look at and to release, because that's what blocks, right? That's what blocks us moving forward. And you have the Page of Wands coming in here, which is about you recognizing your power and a new passion, a new drive, new energy coming back in for you. And it's because all that all those expectations require so much energy to try to meet them. But there's so much energy, emotional energy, also involved in trying to achieve them. And what does it mean about me? And there's all this activity that happens in our energy field around it. And when you release those, the energy that was being used to maintain it or pursue it comes back to you. And it's more and more and more. And then you have this energy and this passion to put forward into living life instead of trying to meet up to expectations. And so I feel like that's the block that they're wanting. And you do have the Temperance card, which is all about things being on hold and things balancing out and taking their good old time, which we talk about, on the channel here, that when we have a big pause going on in our life around career, love, whatever it may be, it's because it's happening for us, so that we can look into our energy that we are having on the inside, so that we can remagnetize us and create a new vibration inside of us that draws other things to us. So there is this um, pause that's happening. It's really slowed down to give us time to work on ourselves. And then the more we work on that, then the faster the outside world catches up, because our vibration is catching up to where our higher self and our spiritual team want us to be, in order to draw the next thing into our life that we're going to experience. So that's what they have for right now, Jessica. So many blessings to you. Right. San Nidi, you are up, and then Sudesh Nagosh, you will be after that. So, San Nidi, will you pass your CA exam in November? Oh, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Take a quick drink here. All right. Well, I like this. The first card that popped out is the Six of Swords, which is movement of thought and mind and moving from rough waters to calmer waters, leaving old expectations behind and moving forward. And I like that because you have the Three of Pentacles here too, which the Three of Pentacles is about staying true to your authentic path and what you're wanting to do. So you can see there's the punisher and the supporter here in your life. The ones that, if you don't do what they think you should do, they get mad and angry and complain and poke at your life and blah 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 blah. And then you have the supporter who's very much on your side and um, is a cheerleader for you, but they might edit something in. But have you ever thought of doing that? And because we don't want to lose their support and have them go to be that rah rah rah, we might alter our course a little bit to do what they um, are recommending, right? And so they're maybe even more powerful to take us off our authentic path. So there is this movement of thought, this movement of expectation, this reinforcement of stay true to your authentic path and what you want in your life. And let me see. Yeah, and more swords. So King of Swords popping in here about really cutting away the expectations, the thoughts, and the beliefs and the mindsets that you've had around that, which helps you cut away the fears of losing conditional love. And I feel like they're really telling you that just move your mind from who you're trying to please, who are you afraid of letting down, the fears around the exam. They're like really using this as a freeing opportunity for you to go, what are you afraid of? Who are you afraid of letting down? What's the fear that's really underneath here? Because they want you to be aware of that. Who are you afraid of letting down? Is it you? No, it's not really you. You're just like, oh yeah, that's one of our nice little things that we say. Oh, I'm just afraid of letting myself down. It's like, no, we there's someone that we feel we're letting down somewhere. It's just if we're not aware of it, it's down underneath. But it's fear of rejection from someone. If I don't do what I think what I think they think I'm supposed to do, then we, have big fear that's always over leaning over it. And then we have such fear around failing, like a test, or like I noticed this when I was in management, when I would um, help my representatives prepare for interviewing for promotions and stuff. That we hate interviewing because it's like a test. Oh, it means something about me. And I'm like, don't look at it as a test. Look at it as a conversation. And what do you, and I'd have them look at what are they afraid of? Well, if I don't get it, then everyone's going to think I'm a failure. And I'm like, how many people interview in a company? You know how many people take tests, and no one, all anyone cares is about themselves. That's one thing you learn in life. Everyone just cares about themselves. And what do like you failing a test, what does that mean about me? You know, or how does that, now I fear failing a test because what does that mean about me? It always comes back to um, you know, ourselves as humans. And so I really feel like, and then when we're scared, then we go into fight or flight and we leave our minds. So I'm afraid I'm going to fail a test, and you go in, and then your brain goes, I'm going to wait out here while you're freaking out in there, and then we fail the test, right? Because we're scared, we're gone, we're gone out of our all that information we studied and is in our brain. When we're afraid, it's we start getting confused, and because we're leaving our mind and we're going into what I call our cat mind. And if you see a room of people taking tests and there's cats taking the test, it's like they're just eating the paper or scratching the paper. So I feel like they're having you look at your fears and overcome them, because that releases you, but also being aware of when you fear, you go into fight or flight mode. So if you feel like yourself getting confused, take a deep breath, in through your nose and out through your nose, or in through your mouth or out through your mouth, whatever is easy. And that brings you back. It brings you back out of fear. And I feel like that's the big lesson that they have for you. I'm like, wow, shouldn't it just be like a yes or no? Do I pass or not? But I feel like they're wanting to give all that to you because it's going to be life changing for you. Yeah, and here's the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands, this is the block, this is our energy. We're the ones that block ourselves. And we also are able to grab on to one of these. It's the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Wands, it's your power. And you're able to grab onto one and move it and move through the block. So they are showing that any blocks are you and no one else. And you have all this power in your hands to convert and remove that to move through. Yeah, because I figured. I thought the sun was going to come out, and this is victory. This is passing. This is success. This is brightness. But they're like, it all is in your hands. It is your being able to calm yourself in whatever way you can to go take the tests and to go into those things. It's an important piece, but they're like, just take a moment, even journal it, just to get it out of you onto paper about what am I afraid of? Who am I afraid of letting down? And what do I feel it means about me? And then just really look at it and go, it does not mean anything about me, you know, and work on relaxation exercises, breathing exercises. So when you go to take the test, you're meditating before you go, you're breathing very deeply on your way there. As you go into classroom while you're waiting for the test to start, you're doing breathing and even meditating, praying, and just putting it all the fears aside so that you can access your beautiful brain and bring the information forward. So that's what they have for you, Sanidi. And I feel like that was for more than just you. But thank you for asking the question, and many blessings to you. You got this. The sun. Just remember that sun card. All right. So Deshna, you were up, and then DK, you will be up after that. So why did you meet SK? Is there any future of this connection? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit would like you to know. What else? All right, yeah, it makes sense. So the devil card, the shadow card here. Let me see here if I can get it in closer. There we go. And the 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords is about conflict of expectations and thoughts and beliefs. And the devil card, which is like the shadow card, this energy, this is your shadow. It brings in conflict in order for you to realize, to rattle your cage around your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. It's very much Saturn energy, which is the taskmaster. It gives us these lessons to free us from our cages. And then when we do the work and we investigate it and we look into our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets that are conflicting inside of us and also conflicting with people on the outside, it allows us to be aware of it and sets us free from it. And so the purpose of you guys meeting is to really rattle your cage around your beliefs around relationship, around what you are needing to see, and it's to transform them, to help you escape from feeling so confined and having um, feeling trapped and having so much emotional energy around it. It is to set you free. And you have the Queen of Wands, which is what they're uh, the shadows coming in to show you who you are. You are a powerful being. You hold your power, the Ace of Wands in your hands, and whatever you focus on is what grows and expands and ignites in your life, and that you get to choose um, where you go, what you do with your energy. Like if you focus on what's missing in your life or what you don't want in your life, you're expanding that with your magical wand of that Ace of Wands. Or if you focus on what you're grateful for in your life, that expands. If you focus on what you do want in your life, then that comes in too. And so you're seeing the power of your energy and where you want to invest it. And the Queen of Wands also, not only does she rule over fire, but all the queens are given water. And so she has a deep, beautiful connection from her intuition connecting to the higher realms. And so there is also this kind of nudging to trust your gut, trust your heart, turn inward and upward, develop this connection with spirit. And if you're unsure of where to point your energy, ask spirit, ask the higher realms what um, is for your highest experience. You dial up the eye in the sky and they guide you and you feel it and you go a direction because you're trusting your heart and your intuition with all of that. So I really feel like that this is what a future for the connection, because that was why you guys have met. But I kind of feel like, let me see. So if you do the work, what is the reward? Is it relationship or is there someone else? Is this are they just a stepping stone on your journey? Let's take a look here. Can you tell us what the outcome of this relationship is? Okay. Well, it is the pursuit of higher love. You are on a quest for higher love. So, with it being a quest, I don't feel that this relationship is going to, um, you know, be the completion. You are on your journey. And so, this is not the destination. This is just a step on your journey of the quest. But you're really learning a lot about yourself through this process and your expectations around yourself and all of that. Your cage is being shaken and rattled, which is going to free you and it's going to allow you enjoy the quest for love so much more than feeling like you're in a cage being transported around in it. You're free to roam and explore and see what inner higher love is, which allows you to see the outside world's love in a completely different way as well. So I like that for you, Sudeshna. So many blessings for you. All right, DK, you are up, and then Shivani Rawal. I'm just murdering that. I'm going to call you Shivani. I'm sorry. So, DK, who would you get married to, Prince or MS? And then, what would your married life be with MS? Okay, let's take a look here. All right. So this is Prince, and this will be MS. So tell me more. So which will they end up marrying? Okay. So when we ask who are you going to marry, they're giving me energies for both. And it's kind of like they have you at this choice point in your life of what do you want to do? And they actually gave me how would your married life be with both of them? And I mean, I'm going to pull one more card for each, they said. So, okay. And what about, well, so with Prince, the first card that came out was the Six of Wands, which is recognition and victory, and feeling like you are on, been being elevated and being at a place, right? And there's also the Knight of Wands, so more fire and fire energy. This is passion and movement and quickness that's coming in here. And then also the 10 of Wands, which is a lot, all this fire is a lot of passion, 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 movement, movement, movement. It's going to be extremes. It's going to take a lot of energy. It's going to be so full of fire. And if you look at that, it's like it almost feels like it burns bright and you're going to get burned up in it, right? It's just like it's so bright. It's so passionate that emotions are extreme. Love is extreme, but also is bursting out and so it's all just very fiery, right? And then we have MS. And MS, the first card that came out was the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins is like the 10 of pentacles, and it's about fullness and wholeness in the outside world, abundance, feeling things really full in your life. Hierophant, which is about commitment. So there will be a strong commitment here too. And then you have the world card, which is like the victory too. It's like, the ending of big cycles and the beginning of new adventure. So I feel like, Prince will be like hot and passionate and fiery and tension sometimes and arguments and like I said, just huge flame. But then with MS, it feels solid. It feels more earthy, like more, well, the 10 coins and pentacles is earth. So it's grounded, it's solid. It may not be as fiery and, but it's still, I mean, you still have, love and it's, um, but it's not like a hot fire moon, it's good. It's steady. It's full of fullness and wholeness still. So you get to look and see what those energies are and what it would be. I almost feel like with Prince, because it's all fiery and passionate and blah 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 blah, that it burns out. It's like when if you have a fire and you throw in the logs and then you throw all the logs in at once, it becomes this huge bonfire, but then and it's gone. Instead of putting one log in at a time, and it burns and it continues to burn and it continues to burn, continues to burn. And that's what I feel the difference between Prince and MS is. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, DK. All right, Shivani, you are up, and then Cynthia Brito, you'll be up after that. So, Shivani, the current feelings of Vidit towards you. Let's take a look here. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. Just so grateful for all of you who watch my videos and subscribe and like videos and comment. It is just it warms my heart. And so thank you for being a part of helping spread the love to the world. So big, 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 big love. All right. So current feelings of Vidit towards you, Shivani. Let's get all these turned over here. Okay. The first card that came through is the Magician card, which is the very much divine masculine energy. It's about movement and making things happen and pointing their energy towards things. And I see that here with all this wands energy here. So there is with the Knight of Wands, there is fast movement. Then that's the King of Wands, which is really again here, this is the magic wand, this is the pursuit of the magic wand. And then you have the Six of Wands, which is holding the wand, which is recognition and victory and brightness. So there is a lot of fire, a lot of passion that's in there. And I feel like they're just guiding things, guiding things, guiding things. The Six of Cups is here, which does talk about nostalgia and about from the past. Like, and I feel like maybe you remind them of someone from the past, or there's emotions that are being triggered from the past with your guys's interactions, because the Chariot card is here, which the Chariot card is about, again, a victory card, but it's also about choices. Like they're looking at their emotional choices and the choices that they want to make. And with all of this, it feels like all of that is one choice. He's taking all that into consideration. And then they have the Three of Pentacles, which the Three of Pentacles has to do with them being true to their authentic self and their path and what they want in their life. And so they're like looking and bouncing back and forth between all of this emotion, all of this fieriness, and while at the same time looking at how that would impact what their inner desires are for like the authentic life that they want. And so I feel like they're standing at a fork in the road, you know, literally they're just, going, what do I want? Is this all, can all this come together? Or what do I really want? And I feel like they're at this point of like, I've got to decide now because I need to decide my life. And so there's like this um, hesitancy in them in deciding because it's overwhelming for them. And of course, whenever any of us go, what's the rest of my life going to be? Whew, that's a lot of pressure to put on ourselves. But he feels like that's where he's at and he needs to decide, because once he goes down one of the roads, he goes, there's no turning back. It's kind of like what's in his head. And then, so he's like working through that. So that's what's going on right now. If that resonates for you, Shivani, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Cynthia, you are up. And then Jaylin, hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. And Liliana, you will be up after that. So let's take a look here, Cynthia. So you don't know your baby father's insisting to see. Let's take a look here. So he did return, insisting to see you. We knew that. We read that, right? We're like, yeah, he's pausing, but he's going to be making action. Let's take a look here. All right. Excuse me. Yeah. The Ace of Wands is passion, it's fiery. So attractiveness, um, the new energy. So here is saying yes, attractiveness, new energy, right? Hmm. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about pursuit of your worth in relation to the outside world. That's coming in here. And I feel like part of this energy, part of this interaction is spawning this. Sometimes this means slow movement too, but I don't feel that so much with this situation, especially with that Ace of Wands. But this is the pursuit of the Ace of Pentacles, which is, um, how do I relate my worth into outside world? Baby, the baby father. It's like, how do I define myself by them? And I feel like this is like a huge piece of what you're learning through here is, how do I define myself by other people, especially this individual? And because the Seven of Swords is coming up, which is also about, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. It's like, what do you fear? What is the shadow? What of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are stealing joy from you? When we believe like what they think of me defines me, that is stealing away our joy, our self-worth, because we're basing our worth on someone else, on what I call retail price out there, which obviously, as you know, 1 minute we're priceless, the next minute we're on the clearance rack. That's how the outside world works. And when we define ourselves by other people, then we feel unstable and our worth feels like it's going all over the place. And that's why we eventually turn inward and upward for our love and our definition of those things. You do have the Two of Cups coming in, so which is about love and let me see here if I can get it to focus. So the Two of Cups is about partnering and love and coming together. But you also have the King of Swords that comes with that, which again is mind, mind, mind. What thoughts and beliefs and mindsets do you have around um, partnering and love? And this allows you to really get to the root of these thoughts and these beliefs and mindsets, and allows you to cut through them and release these thoughts and these beliefs. And it's like, how will it go? What spirit is saying is like, if your mindset and how you look at relationships hasn't changed, it's going to be what it was before. Because when we do what we always did, think how we always thought, we act like we always did, and things turn out the way they always did as well. But when we change our thought and our belief and our mindset around relationships, like, who am I supposed to be? Is really, do their emotions and their thoughts and what they're going through, does that define me at all? When we look at that, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you are disappointed enough in the outside world, the instability and fickleness of how things are up and down and all over the place, that you're looking for something solid, and you turn inward and upward and you find that in here. And when you do that, when you find the unconditional, eternal love of the higher realms for yourself, that is all you need. And then it becomes a want on the outside instead of a need. I need them to love me. Ugh, that is always a fun roller coaster ride. But when you find the love inside you that is stable and eternal, that you can never lose, it's always there, then you can have a want and go, I want to have emotion from them. And like we've been talking about on the channel here and there, you find your meal inside of you, and you find your, um, first and second dessert inside of you. You're full and you've had plenty of sweets. You're like, okay. And then someone offers you a third and fourth dessert, and you're like, okay, I can eat another dessert. And if they're like, no, I'm not going to give it to you, you're like, okay, it's okay. I was full anyway. I'm all right. It's not a desperate, I need you for my meal. It's like your dessert, your third dessert. In fact, you're not even first or second dessert. And so it really frees you to want and not have desperation, and you enjoy who someone is rather than looking and seeing how disappointing they are, right? So that's what spirit wants you to know about how it will go. So I know a bit deeper than we anticipated, but that's what they have for you. Big learning experience, I feel, for you, Cynthia, right now, and it's going to free you. So I like it. So many blessings to you. All right, Liliana, you'll be up, and then Kiki Quinn, you'll be after that. All right. So Liliana, you are going to be moving to Germany. Ah, very nice. So in moving there in January, and will you be more prosperous? Let's take a look here. What would Spirit like you to know about Germany employment? Anything else? Looks good. So you do have the Two of Wands, which is about you, choices being made about your energy, and I feel like this was you deciding to move. And you do have the Ace of Cups, which is a new emotion, very positive card for the move. So I do like that. You have the Page of Wands too, which again shows you new excitement, new energy, new passion about your life, and new direction. And the Ace of Wands you're holding in your hand, which shows you that you really your energy makes such an impact on your employment. So when you go there, focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want to bring into your life. Allow your energy just to be that, not fear. What if I can't get a job? What if, what if, what if? Because then that just expands that. If you have, if you focus your energy on a belief, well, I'm not very um, experienced, or I don't have a whole lot of employment history, and no one's going to want to hire me. Burp, 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 burp. No one's going to want to hire you because you're giving and feeding it. Instead, be grateful, like have gratitude for all the experience you've had in your life, and that the perfect job is going to unfold for you. And that's the kind of energy that you look at there, because I do see that you have the Justice card here, which is balancing out your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around jobs. And so it's about seeing life from a higher perspective, in that there is the perfect, divinely appointed coming together of a job for you because of the type of people that you're going to interact with and the people you run across, that they bring you wonderful mirrors, you're wonderful mirrors for them, and it's divinely appointed. And if you have gratitude for that, that aligns your energy with the jobs. And so I really feel like that's what they're wanting you to do in your approach and going there, because you do have victory. You have the Chariot card, but it's also the Power of Choice card, right? Wherever you focus on is what grows, and you are the one that gets to decide what emotion you experience as you go through this entire journey, and also what story you apply to whatever unfolds and whatever you go through. So I really like that for you. So it is victorious, it is prosperous, and it has a lot to do with the energetic journey that you are allowing yourself to feel as you go through it. So it's a great opportunity just from this moment forward, of where are you focusing your energy? Are you focusing on fears, or are you focusing on gratitude? And to start focusing on gratitude, 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 and to see how this journey unfolds so differently than different ones in the past. So I like it for you, Liliana. Very, very fun journey here coming for you, coming up. Yeah. And then you have the Queen of Swords that come up too. So again, thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, and also balance in your heart and your mind. So try not to be so caught up in your mind of like, this is the job I'm supposed to have. Go, where's my heart guiding me? Where's my intuition guiding me? Really bring that in. So that's what they have. So many blessings. Happy trails. Enjoy your adventure. All right. Kiki Quinn, you are up next. And then Kay, you will be up after that. So is the guy you're thinking of wanting a relationship with you, or did he let you go? All right, let's take a look here. So who is this guy? What did they want? Just getting some more details here. Okay. And what's the final here? All right. Well, I just don't think they know what they're doing. You get the Page of Wands here, which is new thought, new belief, new mindset, and it can be new communication, but I don't feel it's the communication. I just feel like they're in their mind a lot, and they have the Knight of Coins, which is, they're it's taking time. There's this pause. They're just really looking at things in their life because then there's the 9 and the 10 of wands here. So the 9 of wands is about blocks, energetic blocks, and they're bumping their head up against this wall. And the 10 of wands is they've been investing so much energy in their lives. I just feel like they don't have any energy to spare anywhere. I feel like they're just that Knight of Coins too feels like their pursuit of coin, their pursuit of worth, the pursuit of the outside world. And I feel like they just have so much going on in their head and pursuing out there that all this energy they're investing, they're just trying to meet up to all these expectations. And they're on this journey of wearing themselves out, trying to like have everything that they think that they want, right? Because they have the ace of also the ace of swords. So they've got both of these swords, which is about, pursuit of higher truths, but cutting away old thoughts and old beliefs and same thing. So they're kind of going through this really period of their life where they're trying harder and harder and harder, but it's like they're spinning their wheels and they're moving backwards instead. It's like they take one step forward and three steps back, and they're just investing so much energy trying to get up a muddy hill that that's all they're focusing on, if that makes sense. And the Seven of Wands here, too, all this energy. Normally, this means something different, but I feel like they're just wearing themselves out trying to you know, hit all these points, it's like all this energy that they're investing. And so I don't, you know, did we even see any cups in here? No. So, a wonderful awareness that just came out over these last couple of days, which I learned so much through these readings, was when our masculine energy kicks in. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. When we go into task mode in the masculine, the emotions kind of just get paused. It's like all the energy, like take all the emotional energy, turn off that, and have all that energy come into task mode. And we all have done it. Like we get all caught up into doing something, and a child comes up and goes, "Mom, mom, dad, dad, dad," and like, what? And it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," because you're and someone wants emotion, and just like, emotion's not available right now, please try again later. But I feel like that's what's going on with them. I don't feel like um wanting a relationship. I don't feel he's let you go, but I just feel like any emotions are on pause, as they're feverishly, frantically trying to hit all those nails in, and they keep on showing me them. If you ever watched, they call them mud races, here in the U.S., where um, it's like this race and everyone's running, and sometimes they're having to like run uphill, but with mud, you're just like constantly investing a lot of energy, but you're actually sliding down the hill. That's I kind of feel like they're going through, and you're just like, okay, you go have your fun. But that's what I feel for you there. And with the pause, which the the Knight of Pentacles, it's always whenever there's a pause in love in our life, as we say on this channel, right? When we're waiting for a job, when we're waiting for other things to come in, what do we work on? We work on our self love. We work on ourself because life is slowing down in those areas because our soul is pointing us back into us to change our vibration, change the magnetism that we have. So we'll draw in what is for us in the future. And we're not at that vibration yet. So spirit slows down that so that we are ready for it, and then it starts speeding it back up. So the more we look inward on our own self-love and what's going on inside of us, then that's what we can work on. So that's what they have for you, KQM. So many blessings to you. Right, Kay, you are up, and then Alexis, you will be up next. Just scroll up a little bit here. And Kay, hey, 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 all is well. Um, Absolutely, my pleasure. I thank you so much. And you had a dream about this guy um, you once talked to. I'm just wondering how he's feeling towards you recently. Okay. What are you thinking about him? Why is he coming up in your dreams? Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, all right. So, um, I don't feel like they are um, that you're not like on their mind and they're not like actively having emotion around you. Because what I'm seeing here, this has to do with your mind. And so this dream that comes in here is your brain, your higher self, your spirit communicating with you. And it's having you look at and face like your um, uh, beliefs around relationship, right? And because they're saying that um, this individual is just how your spirit and brain, they're bringing up them as a character in your dream because that is someone that feels safe, right? And so they bring them up to represent this character, even though it's not actually them. This represents romance. This represents um, someone that you would have emotions for. But this one they bring in because it's someone that you feel at ease with coming into here. Because it's not, there's this Five of Wands is energy, fiery energy, moving from something that's conflicting to something that's loving. And that's why your brain did this. That's why your spirit did this, because they wanted to bring your concerns, your fire, your fears around relationship in front of you, but they want to do it in a way that uh, you're able to digest, if that makes sense. Because you have the Five of Wands, and then you have the Hierophant, which is the number five in the major arcana. So this is change that's coming here, and they're trying to ease you in through your dreams because the Hierophant is about commitment. And so there's these fears around commitment that are coming up for you. And they're wanting you to begin to digest and process and really look at this, because you do have some newness that's coming here in your future, because you have both the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles. So this process is cutting away some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around commitment and relationships. That's why it's going on in your mind with the swords, but the Ace of Pentacles represents new opportunities that are coming up for you in the outside world here. And the Ace of Coins also represents this reflection that's going on about how you relate your worth to the outside world. And so you are on this, your spirit team and your soul and your brain, they're all bringing this dreaming into your mind while you're sleeping, because that's where they start to deal with your subconscious, and it's your little inner child self bringing up these fears of commitment, these beliefs around commitment, so that you'll be ready for what will be coming down the pike here. And you'll start to see also things come out in the outside world, like you'll have friends who are going through a relationship trouble, another friend going through the exact same thing, and that's one of your fears, and you're like, oh, I see. So they're starting to, your inner child will bring messengers with messages coming from the outside world regarding these. So that is what they are looking. This is what this is about. So the individual themselves is kind of off on their. This is just a character that came in for the beginning of this to spawn this journey. So that's what they have for you, Kay. Very interesting. Many blessings to you. Never had that one before. That's great. All right. Alexis, you are up. And then the Deepshika Sankar, you'll be up after that. So, Alexis, you have a group of girls who've been harassing you for months and they won't leave you alone. Can you tell me why this started in the first place? Yeah, let's take a look here. Is it the Mean Girls? Is that the? I just saw that somewhere. So tell us about these Mean Girls. That's what I'm going to call them. Tell us about the Mean Girls. What's going on? Why is this happening? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Interesting. So you got the Two of Pentacles here, which the Two of Pentacles is about balancing in the outside world, understanding and seeing. It's like the ebb and flow of the seeing things from the higher perspective, like from a place of unconditional love, and seeing the contrast, which is, of course, these mean girls, right? And there is this connection here, and I'm seeing now this is so much about being able to connect inward to unconditional love inside of you so you could see things from this higher perspective and see what's really going on within them. Because when this mirror that I feel throughout these other five cards that I'll talk about in just a sec, I just feel this energy of how am I harassing myself? I've been harassing myself for months and I won't leave myself alone. Why am I doing this to myself? And I feel like there's this, the balancing between the two that's going on here. Yeah. So if you look, I'm gonna get it real close here so you can see if it'll see how one of the twins has the bottom the bottom part of a bear, and the other has the upper, and the other's the opposite, right? So it's showing it's like the yin yang, right? It's showing the within our brightness is our shadow, and within our huge shadow, there's also brightness. And this contrasting, this opposites, this has really been this huge um, nudge for you to see that you are so much more than your human bear. You are the character, so much more than that character. You're a powerful, supernatural, eternal being. Because the King of Wands comes up next, which wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, that thing. It's also your energy, and it's your spiritual energy, and it's the highest energy that you can experience is your higher self. So this represents your higher self right here and connecting to them, because you also get the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, this is the chalice, the Holy Grail, and what's being poured in here is the unconditional love from above, that eternal unconditional love. And the more you connect with your higher self, the more you fill up with the unconditional love within you. You also have the star, which the star represents your higher self. And this is you looking to the star in the darkest night and connecting. And it's a card of hope. And that's like in this darkness. And when they're harassing you, it's this mirror to look at, okay, how is my thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about myself, my fears, what, uh, how am I harassing myself? Because these mirrors, this group of girls who are harassing you are mirrors pointing you back to yourself. They're showing you how you feel about yourself, right? Because you do have the Knight of Cups, which is your pursuit of the Ace of Cups. So this is showing that this whole situation that you're going through is this pursuit for this Ace of Cups, for this higher love that's nudging you toward that. And so as you connect with your higher self, as you connect and see things from a place for yourself, this starts with you, unconditional love for yourself. all the supposed to, all the should, all the need to, all the have to, those fears of losing a conditional love. It's exhausting. And you're being turned inward and upward to find this. And when you do, then that's when you feel like your outside world turns into this 10 of pentacles where you feel protected, you feel safe, you feel surrounded by support and happiness in your outside world. And so that this message with all these cards together, that's what it's, telling me is that, these girls won't leave you alone, and why it started because they are mirrors. They've come into your life for you. It's not happening to you. They were hired as actors to for this movie of Mean Girls that's being projected in your outside world to show you how mean you're being to yourself on the inside, and allowing yourself to free yourself and embrace yourself and give yourself this conditional love, unconditional love instead of conditional love. So that's what they have for you, Alexis. So can't wait to see how this unfolds for you, because I feel like as soon as that you connected that love on the inside, you're going to see your outside world just change, like to that 10 of pentacles. So I like it. All right. So Deepshika Sankar, you are up, and then Megs, you will be up after that. So Deepshika, you want to know, will you get the job? All right, let's take a look here and see what they. Let's take a quick sip here. Moving on to my second cup of coffee, which is still hot in this little beautiful cup that's been in there for like 2.5 hours. It is almost too hot to drink still, which is pretty amazing. All right, sorry. Focusing, Sankar. I know. Will you get the job? Okay. I feel like Ace of Wands is a yes. This is new passion, new energy coming in for you. Very, very positive card that's coming in. So I feel like this is the spark of something new for you. Yeah, okay. And if we had any doubt, you have the Sun card, which is like the most victorious card. If not, it's in the top 5, definitely, about success and brilliance and beauty. So you've got both of those. So I am seeing that that is a huge yes for you. So congratulations. I like that. All right. Megs, you will be up. And hey, Grace, friend, you'll be up after that. Oh, you're so funny. All right. That's Grace OD. And then we have another Grace too. So Grace OD, and then the second Grace. So welcome. All right. So let's take a look here. So, Megs, will you move abroad after marriage? And how will be the life after marriage? All right. Let's take a look here. So, first, will you move abroad? Okay. Okay. I was just thinking, if I got the 3 of Wands, that would mean that you are moving abroad. And here came the 3 of Wands. So change of direction, moving abroad. So yes, you will move abroad, according to that card. That's hilarious. And then, how will your life be after marriage? Let's take a look here. Okay, what else? All right, just one more card here. Or 2. Okay. Figure they're coming out in 2s. Okay. Wow. So you do have a lot of rules or expectations around relationships that you have been inundated with your entire life. I can see it here because you do have the devil card here. Let me show you this one first. So you do have let me see, do it this way. There we go. So the devil card is the shadow card, and it shows like think of these as all these cage doors, right, that had you trapped inside. So all these limitations, all these supposed to be's and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, and just since you were very, very young, just all this is what's most important. This is what you have to do. This is how it works. This is what it needs to be, and it has to be. And you just all this pressure your entire life, right? And but the shadow is coming to shake your cage and allow you to see that um, you don't have to obey all of those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. That there's you, it's your life. You get to decide what things mean. You get to decide how you feel, what story you apply to everything. And this shadow card is what does that. It shakes the foundation of your thoughts and beliefs around things. And that's what's happening here. And this is what happens after you get married. You really start to um, realize things as things get brought up over and over and over to you, and you're like, I don't want that. And it's all right because you do have the wheel of fortune here too, which is endings and new beginnings, but it's stuff that turns in your favor within the marriage. And I almost feel that um like the marriage, that everyone, like your spouse, also had all of that. And then now that you guys are behind closed doors, that you're like um, separate from everyone else's expectations and blah, 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 that you really start working out what you guys want the roles to be. And then, um, 'cause I feel like they see that you have all this pressure and they're like, come here. Tell you what, we're not going to worry about this. We're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that. Let's, how do you feel about this? And like this beautiful unfolding of that happens because your three of swords, which is fear of heartbreak and fear of disappointment and all of that, here comes this page of swords. This is someone with higher truths that helps cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets about all of it. And so they're bringing in, and it's like they're this hero that comes in, that helps you cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets because they're kind of putting your fears at ease with it all. And they're allowing you, and I feel like too, when you guys move abroad, it's like, okay, you're not in the enmeshed in this society that reinforces all this rah, rah, right. And so there's this a lot of this freedom. They're like, we're here, this is how we're going to do it, if that's okay with you. And you're like, all right. And so there's this temperance, there's this balancing here out of things, right? So beautiful balancing through the marriage there. And here is this ace of swords. It's cutting away the thoughts, those beliefs, those mindsets. And I love how it looks like a web, and you have a web here too. Here's that wheel of fortune, things unfolding. You're cutting away the web, and you guys are creating a new one. It's like the web that was there before that was trapping you. You realize that you're the spider. You guys are the spiders, and you get to create the web the way it works with where you're going. And so I really like that because there's a lot of freedom that comes with there, and a lot of your fears are relieved and released. And there's this beautiful bond I really feel between you two when you go to the foreign place. And I feel like with that patience, it's like just be just be patient until you get abroad. So all this pressure and everything that you're feeling, just know that it's not going to be forever. That just while we're around the families, it's like this kind of stuff. We're just gonna, let's just get past these times, and then when we're over there, things will change. But I still feel, even around the family and stuff, when you guys are away from everyone within your own quarters, that you guys, he's like, when we're in here, don't worry about any of that stuff. He goes, just out there, so we don't just make you know, have drama ensue. Let's do that, but in here, don't worry about it. I feel like they're really a lot like that. So I like it for you, Meg. So congratulations. Many blessings to you. All right, Grace OD, you are up. And then Grace, uh, just Grace. I'm going to say just Grace. You'll be up after that. That's amazing. Two Graces in a row. So I am doing good, Grace. Wild question. Such is your life. You're here to challenge me. Um, has Paul been with prostitutes behind your back? I'm assuming while with you, or do you want to just know forever? We'll just ask. So we'll ask two questions. The first one is while they've been with you. Since you have been together, has he been with prostitutes behind your back? Okay. And have they ever been with prostitutes? You're so funny. Just getting some clarification here. Hmm. Ever. So, while they've been with you, we have there we go. So the six of coins, the six of pentacles, is this beautiful giving and receiving in your relationship, and 10 of cups, emotions overflowing. um, so I really feel with these, it's know that this is their emotions for you. It's beautiful, it's full, it's complete. It's this beautiful giving and receiving back. And so I don't feel like that they are that they would, because they feel this wholeness and completeness with you. It doesn't feel like they would. And then I asked, what about before? Ever? And I got the Hermit card, which is about turning inward, um, by themselves, and also the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is about this deep emotional connection and their deep emotions. And I feel like with them, I almost feel like they like an emotional connection. Maybe they're water, if they have a lot of water in their chart, or water moon, or water just somewhere in there. Um, but I feel like they are. It's just it's like that would just be an act. It's not emotional, and they like the emotional connection for intimacy, and not the other. So that's what I feel, Grace, with those cards. I don't feel like any deceit or anything behind. I feel like it's very emotional for them, and that they um, wouldn't go that route because it's not uh, emotional. Have they been with anyone else? I don't know if you want to know that. That's not a prostitute. Has there been other? No. The Temperance card here, which is all about balancing of life. And the Eight of Swords is about thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that are blinding you and binding you and making you feel constricted. So um, the Eight of Swords is like allowing your relationship and your fears to be a mirror for you. And so the fears um, that you have, when with them, it's like reflecting them back to you. The example would be, have you been a prostitute behind your back? So do you feel like you have sold yourself out to gain something? Have you like given yourself because for security? Do you feel like you have prostituted yourself in a way, right? And so that's the kind of energy that comes in with that Eight of Swords, is to we look at ourselves and go, oh yeah, I sure did. you know you know I totally put out to get that dinner or whatever. you know That's the kind of thing that they're joking about. But there is ways that we feel like that on our inside. Like I have sold myself out for this to feel secure. And we realize, oh, yeah, I do that. And I don't need to. Or why do I do that? Why did I do that? And so there's this growth that comes from this fear that's coming up within you, Grace OD. So that is what they have for you, Grace. Good to see you. And sorry, I know sometimes after I'm gone, I've just glanced down the chat and I'm like, oh, I miss, a lot of you guys saying hi and stuff. And please know I do say hi to you in here after I'm reading down the chat after I leave real quick. So, but much love to you. Hang in there. Many blessings, Grace OD. All right. Hey, Takwa Almaki. Welcome, welcome. And Grace. Hello. So just Grace. This is for you. You want a general reading, and then Carolina Ortega. You will be up after that. And thanks again, guys, for all being here and for all the thumbs up on the video. It just helps so much um, to help spread the love to the world. So thank you so much for being a part of that. I really, really appreciate it. Where are we going? Are we going to go to the Oracle of E? So we're going to start here, Grace, with the Oracle of E. All right. So Grace, just Grace, general reading. What would you like, Grace? Okay. Actually get to your first one is Heartbeat, card number 49. And your second one is card number 43. Woot woot. I like it. So we'll start with 49 here. Let's see what this is about. Says your heart is as wide open as a dance club on a Saturday night. Remember that old expression your parents used? I love you to the moon and back. That's how you feel about everyone. Enjoy this blissful state of love, sweet love. More is coming too. So I feel like if you're not feeling this already, there's this beautiful, beautiful outflow of love coming into your life. It's like one of those, if you've ever had a morning where you wake up and you just feel, wow, like you have this hug from the universe and you just feel love all day and you just kind of glide through it. That's the kind of I feel is coming to you. And it's funny because the heartbeat was talking about partying and the woot woot says it's party time. Hang the streamers, invite your friends, put on your dancing shoes, more dancing. There has never been a better time to fist bump everyone you know. Joy to the world. Smile till your face hurts. So I love this energy that's coming in here for you, Grace. It's like choosing love. Choose just to smile, choose to dance, choose to invite people together. Um, it just feels like there's been a lot of seriousness around you, a lot of dark emotions and dark energies, just people that have been going through a lot, and you've been going through a lot. There's so much seriousness in the world that it's time to like have a party. It's time to just say, you know what? Enough of this, blah, 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 blah. We're done. And um, I glanced over and it's November 19th, and here it's 1:09 p.m. And so the 1 and the 9 means something maybe for you. But 19, 19, 1:09. Um, but I feel like it's time. That's okay. That's what, like, it's time. It's the perfect time to do this. You don't wait for things to get better or for things to change or let's pick a perfect. It's like now is the time. So reach out to those friends and have a get together, even if it's at your house, put on some music and dance silly in your living room and just have a get together with some people just to bring some joy into your life. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. I love it. All right, Carolina, you are up. Wow, and then Kaylee, you just said it was 111 and 11 in the chat, and it's almost 111 here where I'm at. So again, a reinforcement, Grace, about timing, time. All right. So Carolina, you are up, and then Angel, you will be up after that. So Carolina Ortega, you'd like a love reading. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. Okay, about love. All right. Well, I like that we're talking about a relationship here, and here comes in the world with looks like romance. But this is ending of old cycles and new beginnings coming in, which is very much reinforced by this Eight of Coins, which the Eight of Coins is the Eight of Pentacles. And that's about that you've been doing the work. I feel like you've been doing your inner work and your work on the outside world. And you just been putting in the effort and the energy around your love and for yourself and just your life. And the Eight of Pentacles is like someone who was a apprentice and they've learned and everything and sweat and tears and learning and this craft, and now they're moving into the master. This is you moving up in the outside world too. So with both the world, with ending of old cycles and new beginning, and the Eight of Pentacles moving up in the world, things are about to change regarding love. And you also have, so the Five of Cups here, this is that you have, it's like the cycle that's ending is you mourning over the disappointments that you've had in past relationships and the emotions that we came here to feel. That's what I love about the Five of Cups. It's not like bad, these were emotions were bad. No, they're just different. We came down here to experience these emotions that are related to the fears of losing love, because we don't have that back home. And by experiencing this down here, we understand that more. And you are ready to move past that because here's the Two of Cups behind you, which is the relationship cups. The Two of Cups is romance and partnering. And you have the King of Wands that comes in here, which is you really grasping your power. It's you taking the steps forward yourself. And I like that because it shows like you're deciding that my mourning period is over. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And I don't want to like focus on all these emotions and these fears anymore. I'm really attaching to my power. I'm grabbing my magic wand. That King of Wands has the magic wand. And instead of focusing on what's not in my life and what I didn't want in my life, I'm focusing on what I'm grateful in my life. And I'm focusing on what I do want in my life. And you're changing your energy through all of this. So you're ready to move from mourning and sadness to brightness and open up your heart and having romance, which I like because I feel like you have been on this hermit's journey for a little bit here with this nine here. And so you've been doing a lot of internal work. That's what we were talking about before. And you were connected to your higher self, which actually is also represented by the King of Wands. This is like your higher spiritual self. And it's been guiding your path. You've been really looking at emotions and transforming them. Because you also have the Judgment card, which is about your higher self calling your monkey mind to a higher place. You had double endings and double new beginnings. And I feel like that's what's happening here is you're having this change in your mindset, it's change in your emotions. And because of this inner journey that you've been on and really getting to know yourself, that you're ready to move into um, a new place in your life. And you've got the Nine of Cups, which is emotional wish fulfillment. One, the nine, you do find with that within the hermit's journey, which is the number nine, you do find the love from above from your higher self, right? Because that's what happens. Your higher self, you realize that you're so much more than the human self, that you're this powerful being made of unconditional love, and they actually give it to yourself. So you find this beautiful love from within that fills you up and overflows. But this also shows that move towards those two of cups, that emotional fulfillment in the outside world. So, you know, finish looking inward and moving from the spilled three cups, finding that love inside, connecting to your higher self, and this journey just you start to fill up and it overflows, and you're going to see love in a completely different way than you have ever before. And I feel like this is coming soon for you, so I like it. Like even before like the end of the year, you just I don't feel like you move into relationship status, but I feel like between now and the end of the year, you do find and meet someone that you guys just really hit it off. And then you make plans to have coffee, and then it's not like this mad rush to get into a relationship. It feels like you guys just enjoy what you're doing. In fact, I feel like you meet them while doing something that you enjoy, and then you get to see them again doing the thing that you enjoy, and again, and then it develops like that. So that's what I feel for you there, Carolina. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, Angel. And he said, are you allowed to listen to subliminals? Um, so like does spirit allow you? So let me see here. So you're asking if does spirit allow you to listen to things that are happening underneath communication, like between the lines, advertisements that are subliminal, like all this type of stuff? Let's take a look here and see what they know what you're asking. So I'm just going to pull cards. I don't need to comprehend it as myself. Spirit's like, just shush. We know what they want. Just pull cards. So they gave you both of them two major arcana cards here. Yeah. And you've got the magician, which shows you that you do have power. Whatever you with your ace of wands, whatever you focus on, you can grow in your life. And that can be spiritual abilities and abilities to do things. The strength card shows you here that it's your higher self that brings you what you need. And so connect to your higher self, because this is your higher self. They will be able to communicate. So they're really saying focus on communicating inward and upward to the giant, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that you are, that's behind the character, and that you get to connect there. And that's where your power is. And so they are able to do anything. And so they're like, if it's for your highest experience, that's why they want you to focus inward and upward, because you do have the nine of coins, which is the nine of pentacles. This does talk about withdrawing from your outside world, a lot like the hermit card, to spirit. So again, they're like, communicate with spirit, allow this to bring you fullness in your outside world. And I kind of feel like they're saying, just be aware where you're investing your energy. The 10 of wands is like you're investing a lot of energy um, in the whatever pursuits you have in your life, and they're just like, it's time for a new start, a new way of where you're investing your energy, which comes down to this whoops, wrong card. The ace of wands here, right? Because this is the 10 of wands, and the magician is like they're wielding the ace of wands. And so it's like, look at where you invest in your energy, and it's time for a just an awareness of where you're investing your energy and what you're focusing on. What you focus on is what grows. And so they're almost saying, is that really where you want to invest your energy? Connect with us, connect higher, and have a chat, because they will give you more, understanding of where to invest your energy. Because you have the Queen of Swords here too, which Sword is the connecting to the capital T truths of the high Roman. It allows you to cut away the small T truths, the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos of the physical world. It also balances your heart and your mind. So I feel like they're like, hey, let's have a little meeting and let's see where you want to invest your energy and what you want to do. And but with that magician, I feel like it's a change of where you're focusing that. So that's what they have for you, Angel. Great question. All right, everybody. I've been on for almost 2.5 hours, so I'm going to be closing down this particular session, but I will be back in about, what, 5.5 hours. So I will be back at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And in the meantime, if you need an answer right away, I do have several videos that are recorded, weekly energy updates, monthly readings, pick a cards, all sorts of those. So if you go to my main page, all the playlists are listed there. Follow your heart, and it'll guide you to you know uh, where the messages are for you. I don't want to make sure for all of those that weren't here at the beginning. We have just a day and a half left to enter the drawing to win a free 1 hour personal recorded reading. And that playlist or that video is there. So if you haven't checked that out, be sure to look at that and see how you can sign up for that. It'll be tomorrow night at midnight, my time. We'll do the cutoff and then I'll start drawing one winner a day. So I am excited for that. Also, if you haven't already looked at last week's weekly energy update, here's the playlist for that. It's by each individual zodiac sign. I'm going to eat and then load some other stuff, and then I will be closing down the weekly drawing for a 30-minute free personal reading. So if you go and watch a video and then you comment on it, that'll enter your name into the drawing. And then if you watch more than one and comment on more than one, and each of the videos you comment on is actually an additional entry into the drawing. So that is the two drawings that are available. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that you can win those. And I also offer personal readings. So if you're having trouble getting a free reading and you would like to have a personal reading, all that information is listed in the description box of the video below as well. There's a little fee for that, but they're pretty reasonable. So if you're wanting that, you also can do that. So a bunch of other videos are available. Like I said, the monthly, and I'll throw them out here too, just for, let me see if I can put two in here at once or if it's too big. Nope, there's the November and December monthlies. Of course, we still have 11 more days left in November. December monthlies are out. There's some pick a card readings out there. The one that they had me do this week is, why is this happening to me? So I'll throw that here too, just for convenience. But thank you guys again so much for subscribing to my channel. You guys hit over that 1,000 mark like 2 months earlier than my goal. And so you guys rocked it, and I couldn't have done it without you. So big gratitude. Thanks for all the thumbs up on the videos. It helps spread the love to the world. And please know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we see each other again, you guys hang in there. Have yourself. Have a great night or a great day wherever you're at in the world. You take care.